Okay. I just want to film something and then follow through with posting it because I've been really bad with that. I actually filmed an entire vlog like 2 years ago talking about how I'm not gonna be bothered by how much I hate my voice anymore, and I'm just gonna post things and I'm gonna make more content. And well, I never posted that one because I hated my voice. So I'm just gonna try to film something and post it. I'm that's all I'm gonna try to do. So I've been thinking vaguely about top surgery for a while, but it's never been an actual thing that I thought could happen. Like, it's kind of been an off in the future thing where I was like, if I ever feel comfortable enough with surgery, and if I'm ever sure enough that that's what I want to do, then maybe I'll do it. And I don't know if I really thought I'd ever reach that point, but I realized that that's where I am now, so, which is weird. I just took some photos to upload to try and schedule like a virtual consultation, which is what the surgeon I'm looking at does. So if everything went really smoothly, I could potentially have surgery during spring break, which is kind of soon. I don't know, maybe. So I don't know if I'll do that if I have the chance, but it's possible. And that's really weird to think about because for so long it's been, like I said, it's just been kind of off in the future, and I don't think I ever thought there would be a time where I could be like, I will do this within the next year. It's hard to figure out how I feel about the prospect of getting surgery because this is kind of the first time I can think about it separately from fear and just everything that was stopping me. And I never really let myself think about how how good it would be or how happy I would be afterwards because I was scared of wanting it that much because there was so much, it felt like there was so much stopping me, so why get my hopes up? And it's just, I can't imagine how it's gonna change my life. Like, it just blows my mind kind of that some people can get dressed and it's just that. Like, it's just choosing clothes to wear and then putting them on. Because I haven't had that since I was a kid, I feel like. Or I guess since I realized I was trans, because I didn't really, if I felt uncomfortable before, I didn't really translate those feelings or recognize them as dysphoria. But once you recognize it, I feel like you just see it everywhere and you feel it more. It's just been so long since clothes could just be clothes, and I can't imagine just choosing an outfit or getting dressed and looking in the mirror and having that be its own thing, separate from how I see my body, separate from where I am, when I'm at school, the way I get dressed is different from when I'm at my parents' house, because here I feel like I have to prove myself more. Like, I feel for some reason that I need to do more to try to pass. Or that's like the pattern I've seen. And at school, because I'm surrounded by so many trans people, and I'm just surrounded by people who I know will see me as I am, no matter what I'm wearing. It takes a lot of the pressure off when I'm choosing how to present myself. I'm more dysphoric at home, or at this house, which makes sense because I'm misgendered more often, and I'm pretty much never misgendered, at least. At least when I'm at home in my apartment, I'm basically never misgendered. And not only that, but I have this kind of like deep knowledge that people love me and see me the way I am. And I feel, and I think a lot of other trans people feel this way, but there's been a kind of constant battle between the way I want to present myself and the way I know presenting myself that way will be seen by other people, if that makes sense. Like, having long hair is something I want, but the knowledge that people will see long hair and think that I'm a girl complicates that desire. And I feel like I can't just choose how I want to look anymore because there's always that layer of perception and performance between me presenting myself and people interpreting me or seeing me. I guess that's kind of another topic. But I was mentioning that because I feel like, especially when I'm at home, I feel like if I'm not doing everything in my power to pass, then I don't deserve to. And I know that that's wrong, but it still feels that way. And I'm still learning how to navigate and kind of compromise between passing and just doing what I want. And I mean, I hate that that has to be a choice. I don't know where I'm going with this. But back to top surgery, I guess. Having to think about my chest every time I get dressed, basically, is definitely a barrier from presenting the way I want to. Like, every item of clothing that I buy, it never looks the way I want it to because I don't have the right body for it. And I guess what I'm saying is it's so hard for me to wrap my head around that just not being a problem anymore. And like I never, I guess, allowed myself to think about that deeply because I knew that it would be so much harder to give up if I considered that. And I guess I'm just wondering, how much of my life am I spending trying to bind or thinking about binding or thinking about how I'm not binding? I haven't bound in like a year actually. There's just like a hyper awareness of your body that you have when you're trans. And it's gonna be so weird to not have that, at least to some degree. Something that comes up when I'm talking to people about the prospect of getting surgery is like the word choice or decision. Like, this is a choice you're making, or, you know, is this the right decision? Not necessarily like even in a negative way or in a questioning way, but just like framing it as a choice. And I don't know, it just feels weird to me. It just feels off in some way. And I know that it is a choice technically, and I can choose what do with my body because it's mine. But I guess it feels like a choice in the same way that me deciding to go on antidepressants was a choice, technically. Like, it was a solution to a problem that I was having daily. Like, it was the logical solution. Like, it wasn't life or death necessarily, but being on the other side of it, like having made the choice already, there is just no question as to whether it would benefit me. Like, given the option, of course I would take it because it was pretty much guaranteed to make my life better. And I guess that's the thing, like, this is the first time that this has felt like a choice, that surgery has felt like an option. Like, there was always something stopping me. Either, like, I wasn't out yet, or I hadn't talked to my parents about wanting surgery, or I was too scared of needles and just, like, medical procedures in general to even consider it. So it feels like this is the first time I have had a choice. Like, it's not me having thought about it for years and then come to a decision. This is the first time that I have the opportunity. So, I don't know. I guess I'm scared. I know I'll be more nervous as if I set a date or as the date gets closer or whatever, but I just got my wisdom teeth out and that went, more or less fine. So I feel like it just gives me more confidence that I can deal with whatever comes with a bigger surgery like that. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to get some thoughts out and try really hard to be more comfortable being on camera because I miss doing vlogs and stuff. It was just so hard to have to watch myself recorded and fight myself every time trying to decide whether to post it or not, like whether it was good enough. And I'm thinking, I've been on T for like over a year now, so my voice has gotten deeper, I think. So hopefully I'll have less voice dysphoria, at least. I guess it's hard to record myself because it just makes me so hyper aware of all the little like weird speech things I have. Like, I don't have an accent exactly, but I don't know, I feel like I just don't say some words right, or have a lisp or something, and I just can't figure out how to make facial expressions like a normal human. Because when I watch myself, I always feel like I'm just like completely like, not monotone, but like that for like your face, expressionless. And I don't know how to fix it, or even if it's something that I need to fix. But I'm hoping if I record myself more, I'll get over it or something. We'll see. So yeah, thanks for watching. I don't know if I'm gonna keep documenting stuff about top surgery, but stay tuned, I guess. I'll post more if anything happens or if I have more to say. Yeah. Okay. Bye.